Friday the 13th. Oh, we've been through the full gamut of emotions, waiting for our beloved Jason Voorhees to return to us. After 12 movies and even a lovably odd TV show, the latest Friday the 13th reboot has been kicked around for a while now. First it was a found footage horror, then a TV show on the CW, and now it's been bumped to 2017. Don't worry Jason horror fans, we'll always wait for you. IT. Released September 8, 2017. The update of the beloved IT TV miniseries starring Tim Curry as Pennywise has also had development problems. The full cast list for the movie has been revealed. It's tricky to take on a horror classic, but the new Pennywise look is pretty cool. Flatliners. Released 2017. The original Flatliners claimed some lines should never be crossed, but a Flatliners remake is clearly an exception to this rule. Vampire Diaries' Nina Dobrev and Hard Candy's Ellen Page will take the lead roles, and it'll be interesting to see how this decidedly 90s movie, made famous by Kiefer Sutherland and Kevin Bacon, will adapt to fit with the 2017 box office. Suspiria. Released 2017. Dario Argento's original Suspiria is one of the finest horror movies of the 20th century, so the team behind the 2017 reboot have a tough task ahead of them. 50 Shades of Grey's Dakota Johnson will take the lead role, and although that seems an odd combination, Johnson is very close to the nouveau feminine aesthetic that Argento adored. We'll wait and see. The Dark Tower. Released February 17, 2017. Stephen King began his Dark Tower novels back in 1982 with The Gunslinger, and the series has only snowballed in popularity. Not since Game of Thrones was brought to life on HBO has a dark fantasy screen adaptation been so hotly anticipated, and with the true detective complexity of Matthew McConaughey and stalwart presence of Thor's Idris Elba, The Dark Tower has every possibility of living up to expectations. Death House. Released 2017. Long touted as the Expendables of horror, Death House certainly boasts an impressive cast of horror movie greats. 2017 will see Death House unite Candyman's Tony Todd, Friday the 13th Kane Hodder, Reanimators Barbara Crampton, The Devil's Rejects Sid Haig and Bill Moseley, The Hills Have Eyes Dee Wallace and Michael Berryman, and my personal favorite, Sleepaway Camp's Felissa Rose. With a cast this thrilling, Death House is an appealing prospect no matter what ends up on the screen. Meg. Released 2017. Sure, we were led to believe that horror giant Eli Roth was going to direct this slice of enormous shark cinema, but Meg is a cool prospect whoever is at the helm. Meg has actually been in the works for 20 years, but has been repeatedly sidelined to make room for other shark movies such as Deep Blue Sea at the box office. Based on Steve Alten's Meg, a novel of deep terror, expect 2017's take on the Jaws phenomenon with some killer effects to match. Abruptio. Released May 31, 2017. Leigh Hackle, Buffy's James Marsters, wakes up to find an explosive device has been implanted into his neck, and he must complete a series of increasingly unpleasant tasks or risk the device destroying him. Abruptio has the distinction of featuring Nightmare on Elm Street legend Robert Englund, so will be received with open arms from the horror movie community. The Chair. Released 2017. The Chair is an adaptation of the Alterna Comics graphic novel of the same name, and follows an innocent man trapped on death row, forced to commit increasingly brutal acts to protect himself from the sadistic prison warden. The latter is played by Bill Oberst Jr., an ever-reliable villain and star of Take This Lollipop, possibly the scariest thing I've ever seen on the internet. Sky Sharks. Released September 1, 2017. Look, it's not going to win any César Awards, but this is a movie that has Nazis and sharks flying around in the sky. Approach this peculiar beast with the same drunken wide-eyed optimism you would employ towards Sharknado or Zombievers, and get a bunch of horror fan buddies over to watch the totally ridiculous events unfold.